Deann.
Good evening. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, but a little tired, thank you. And you?
A little tired. Me too. But it's a good day. hmm Okay, so are you busy with your work today?
Yes. Yesterday, I I'm busy. I was busy yesterday, and also I'm busy today.
Okay, so I guess you're busy with your work, and there are a lot of things to do with that. Okay, so again, you will just make this quick since you have already put your answers, then this would not be too difficult for us to cover the book. So, this time we are now on our Unit 2 Travel of the
Yes.
ML03, and we have, or what are the things that we have discussed last meeting?
Mm, Last class we discussed about traveling and about the importance of traveling and um, different travel ways, and also um, what's which factors irritates people when they are flying.
Mhm. Okay, so this time we have covered, or we have answered some questions related to traveling, like um, the vocabulary part, okay, the things that you have, um, or all the things that have been related to traveling, and also you have listened to 3 audios which has 3 passengers, different passengers which has different problems about um, flying on board on a plane. Okay, so this time let us have the letter D, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so the question is, which of the things in exercise B irritate you most? Which irritate you least? And discuss your ideas with a partner. Okay, so can you read your answer?
Yes. The situation of flight delays and cancellations irritates me the most since it interrupts all the schedules. And not enough legroom is not a problem for me because I'm not a tall person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have the situation of flights, delays, and cancellations irritate me the most since. Okay, since it interrupts all schedules. And not enough legroom is not a problem for me because I'm not a tall person. Okay, so the one that irritates you most is the delays and cancellations. And the least problem is the not enough legroom. Okay. So you're not that a tall person, so that is not a problem for you. Okay. So as for me, I think what irritates me most is the delays also.
Yes.
It could be tiring to wait for longer hours to or just to have your traveling schedule and or to be on board the plane. Also, what irritates me the most is that there are a lot of queues. Like you have to go or to stand in a line for a long time sometimes, especially on the counter. And what irritates me the least is when there is not enough, or when there is an overbooking of trolleys. So I do not bring a lot of bags or trolleys, so it would not be a great problem for me.
Okay.
Okay, So that was interesting. Your answers are interesting. Thank you for that. Okay, so do you have any questions in this page?
No, I don't have any question in this page.
Great. Thank you for having our starter part. Now we have here a quote. He travels fastest who travels alone. That is proverb. A proverb. Okay, so what do you think does this proverb mean?
Mm, mm, I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Any idea? Just any idea.
Mm, a person's name or a title?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a person's name. When someone says he traveled fastest or he travels fastest, who travels alone? Or in other words, we can say that he who travels alone is the fastest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It sounds like um a fixed sentence, like um mm, like everybody know what this fixed sentence means.
Okay, so just any idea.
Mm, um, it's a sentence like that's we use in our daily life and to describe someone or some situations. And um, this sentence, the words of this sentence may not change when everybody use it.
Okay, so that is what is your idea is all about. Okay, so when someone says, also, in my opinion, okay, so that was good. So in my opinion, he who travels fastest or the one who travels alone. Okay, so I think one can travel fast if it is a literal. One who, the one who is alone can travel fast because he is not the one who waits for someone when traveling. Okay, so he only thinks of himself. Okay, who travels, he thinks of his time, his itinerary, and everything in the travel. So he doesn't have to wait for someone or he doesn't have to assist someone. So it could make the job or make the travel faster. Okay. So anyway, thank you for your answer about that. This time,
Sorry, my answer is about proverb this word.
the proverb. Okay, so when we say proverb, what you have said, it is about a person, right?
Yes.
Okay, or it is about a situation that can be applied by a certain person.
Yes.
Yes, that is still correct. Okay, but how about he travels fastest who travels alone? What is your idea about that?
My opinion is like yours. Um,
Mm-hmm.
y- yes, and when when I travel alone, go. I can just go where I want to go, and yeah, I don't need to wait for someone. And
Mm-hmm.
when I want to go to a hotel, I can go back to a hotel, and it's free when someone travel alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. So thank you very much for answering that one. So see, we have the same idea about this proverb. So now let us have our vocabulary part. Okay.
Okay.
So we have the British and American English. Is there a difference between British and American English?
Mm, I think there is some difference between uh, British British English and American English. For example, the pronunciations and
Mm-hmm.
the spelling of word. And there there are many different words, but in between British English and American English, but the but their meanings with same meanings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they have the sometimes these are the words that are um, that doesn't have the same spelling. Like there are two or three letters that are not the same, but they have the same meaning. And sometimes these are the words that are the same, but doesn't have the same pronunciation. Okay, so that is the difference between British and American English. So let's see. So for the first part of this vocabulary, match the words and phrases below which have the same meaning. For each pair, decide which is British English and which is American English. Okay, so you will match.
Yes, and under the un, mm, my answer is under this.
Okay, under the table.
Yes, under the table.
Okay, so this one is the table. Now let's see if your answer is correct. Okay, so we have the expressions. So can you read the first word and the answer?
Yes. Number one, subway, and is matched to H, underground.
Okay, so that is H, underground. How about number two?
Number two, city century, matched to K, downtown.
Okay, so by the way, that word is center.
Oh, center. Okay.
Okay, so this one is not the same with, this one is just the same with the center C and TER. The difference is that it's either British English or American English. So let's see below. Let's see later, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but your answer is downtown. Letter K is also correct. How about
And
number three?
number three, carry on baggage, and matched to I, hand luggage.
Okay, so that is letter I, hand luggage. How about number four?
Number four, one way, matched to F, single.
Okay, one way is single. Okay, that's good. How about number five?
Number five, return, matched to J, round trip.
hmm Okay, so that is 5J. Okay, return round trip. Next one.
Number six, freeway, matched to A, motorway.
Okay, so that is motorway, letter A.
Okay.
Then,
Number 7, restroom. Match to C, public toilet.
okay, so that is correct. That is public toilet. How about number 8?
Number 8, elevator. Match to B, lift.
Okay, so that should be letter B, lift. How about number 9?
Number 9, coach class. Match to E, economy class.
Okay, so that word is economy. Can you say that word again?
Okay, economy.
Great. Oh, sorry. So it should be yellow. Okay, great. How about number 10?
Number 10, timetable. Match to D, schedule.
Timetable is schedule. Okay. And number 11?
Number 11, car park. Match to G, parking lot.
Okay, very good. So you have successfully answered the first part. Now, this time, each decide which is British English and which is American English. So I can see that you have answered them by the colors, right?
And I answer then about the color in the table, and I also answer them under the table when the word is American English. I underline.
Okay, so let us see if your answers are correct. So, okay, let us have the first one. So, a subway is
American English.
Subway is American English. Okay. How about number 2?
Number 2, city center. City center is British English.
Okay, so city center is British English. Okay, how about number 3?
Number 3, carry-on baggage is American English.
Carry-on baggage is American English. And how about number 4?
Number 4, one way is also American English.
Okay, so that is American English, one way. How about number 5?
Number 5, return is British English.
Okay, so return is British English. How about number 6?
Number 6, freeway is American English.
And then number 7?
Number 7, restaurant is also American English.
Okay, how about number 8?
Number 8, elevator is American English too.
Okay, so elevator is American English. How about the next one?
Number 9, coach class is British English.
Okay, so that would be British English, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is coach class. How about number 10?
Number 10, timetable is also British English.
Timetable is British English. How about number 11, the last one?
Number 11, car park is also British English.
Okay, so that is British English. Okay, so wow, you have answer the following in British English and American English. So I believe we have another one here. The A to K, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I thought that is already done. So let us have letter A.
Letter A, motorway is British English.
Okay, so that is British English. How about letter B?
Letter B, lift is also British English.
Okay, so that is British English. How about letter C?
Letter C, public toilet is also British English.
Okay, so that is British English. How about the next one?
D, schedule is American English.
That is American English. How about the next one?
Letter E, economy class is American English.
Okay. Then
Letter F, single is British English.
okay. And the next one?
Letter G, parking lot is American English.
Parking lot, American English. How about the next one?
Letter H, underground is British English.
Okay, so that is British English. And the next one?
Letter I, hand luggage is also British English.
Okay. How about letter J?
Letter J, round trip is American English.
That is American English. And the last one?
Letter K, downtown is American English too.
Okay, so thank you for that. Now, I didn't mark them yellow since you have the yellow answers here below, but I can see that you have researched very well about the British English and American English words. Okay, so do you see, or do you often, or by looking at the words there, what are the words that do you think that you usually use? Is it American English or the British English?
I think I usually use the words in American English.
Okay, why? Why do you think so?
Because when I do this homework and research for this word, I the words in American English are familiar to me.
Okay, so yes, they are more familiar than the British English words. Okay, although you can see those words, sometimes the words public toilet,
Yes.
the word motorway, the word return, okay, the word single, underground, but you cannot always see coach class or hand luggage. Timetable is quite common. Car park, okay, is not that very common. So I think American English is the most often used in your language, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for answering this part. Now, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any question about this part.
Okay, so now let us have work in pairs, letter B. Now, use words or phrases in American English from exercise A to complete the text below. Okay, so this time we have the exercise A words. Now, this time I want you to use them, okay, the American English words, to complete our sentences here. Now, I can see that you have already answered this one.
Yes.
Okay. So, I want you to read the sentences along with your answers. Okay? Okay.
My last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport as there was an accident on the freeway. When I got there, I found the lower level of the airport parking lot was flooded. Next, my carry-on baggage was too big and heavy, so I had to check it in. When we arrived, the subway was closed and there was no cabs at all. After a long time trying to read the schedule and waiting for 40 minutes, we finally got a bus downtown and found the hotel. But the elevator wasn't working and our rooms were on the 5th floor.
Okay, very good. So, my last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport as there was
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, I was not able to unmute. Okay, the microphones. I was muting it because there are unnecessary noise sometimes. So let me read it again. Okay, so let me read it again. Now, my last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport as there was an accident on the freeway. So freeway there is the given answer. When I got there, I found the lower level of the airport parking lot was flooded. That's correct. Okay, so next my carry-on baggage was too big and heavy, so I had to check it in. When we arrived, the subway was closed, and there were no cabs at all. After a long time trying to read the schedule and waiting for 40 minutes, we finally got a bus downtown and found the hotel. Sorry, that should be yellow. But the elevator wasn't working and our rooms were on the 5th floor. Okay, so now thank you for answering that one. That was very good. Okay, so do you have any questions with our words here in the paragraph?
No, I don't have question about the words in this part.
Okay, so let me just appreciate you for reading the sentences correctly. So I can see that you have very good pronunciations, or very good pronunciation with the words that we have here. So that is a really good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was great. Oh, I think my Jiffy did not get there. Okay, so I'll just move it here. Okay, so there you go. Let me give you a clapping man. So this time, let us have the letter C, okay? So I will let you listen to the audio 2.2 and let us check your answers if they are correct, okay?
Okay.
Recording 2.2. My last overseas business trip was a nightmare from start to finish. First of all, there was a delay on the way to the airport as there was an accident on the freeway. When I got there, the lower level of the airport parking lot was flooded. Next, my carry-on baggage was too big and heavy, so I had to check it in. When we arrived, the subway was closed and there were no cabs at all. After a long time trying to read the schedule and waiting for 40 minutes, we finally got a bus downtown and found the hotel. But the elevator wasn't working, and our rooms were on the 5th floor.
Okay, so now, did you confirm your answers by listening to that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Now this time, let us have the script for you to have as a guide. Okay. Now this time, let us have the next part of our lesson. So that would be listening. The listening part, or in the listening part, we will have a business traveler's priorities. So what do you think are the priorities of a business traveler?
I think it is necessary to business travelers that he or she may good at organization, like booking hotels and airplanes and oh, um, mm,
Mm-hmm.
and it's because when we take a business travel, we usually we usually feel tired easily. So it is also important to um, uh, get used to travel and mm, and crawl and rest when uh, get a rest when the person get a rest when we have a little have a short time have a short free time.
Okay, so there are a lot of things to consider, like the itinerary, the stay, okay, the things to prepare. Okay, so there are a lot. So thank you for answering that one. Now, this time, let us meet Stephanie Taylor. So she is a businesswoman who travels regularly as a part of her job. Do you travel business business trips?
No, I haven't take a haven't taken a business trip so far.
Okay, so you didn't have a business trip so far, but if you will be given a time, will you be excited for that?
Actually, I'll have a business trip in September. In September, on September. Sorry, in September, and I only feel nervous.
You feel nervous. Don't you worry, because this time, if you have travel, is that outside the country?
Yes, we will go. We will go to Germany.
Oh, Germany. So this classes that we have here is the best time to practice your English skills, right?
Yes.
Yes, great. So we will have more on. So I will let you, or expect that I will let you do more of speaking so that you will practice your oral English skills, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now this time let us listen to the first part of the interview and choose the 3 priorities she mentions from the list below. So there are priorities here, but identify the 3. Okay, so I can see that you have identified, but I will still let you listen to the audio. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Recording 2.3. What are the main priorities for business travellers today?
The first thing I'd say is the need for good organisation, for someone to organise everything for you. Your air tickets, of course, transport to and from the airport, accommodation. It's really important to have that support. And the second thing I would say relates to the airline that you choose or the cost of the flights. I think it's important to balance cost concerns with the need for comfort for the business traveller. So on a short-haul flight into Europe, perhaps cost is the main factor, looking for a cheap ticket. Whereas travelling to a different continent, it's important to look more at the comfort factor, plenty of space and sleep, the ability to sleep on the flight. So cost comfort's important. And then thirdly, I think for the business traveller, it's a big advantage if you can be very patient because there are often delays. And also, it's important to be able to work in the airport. It is sort of an extension of your office when you're travelling a lot. So if you're in a business lounge, that's okay. But it's also important to be able to work in an economy class general airport, I think. So it helps to be very patient.
With new communications technology, do business people need to travel so much?
Yes, I think they probably do. Particularly, I think it's particularly important to establish good face-to-face relations with colleagues or with customers. Perhaps after the first meeting, you can continue your relationship by telephone and by internet. But I think, yes, from a PR perspective and contact with customers, I think business travel will continue to be as important as it is now.
Teacher Deann, I'm done.
Okay, great. So now I will just paste the audio that we have, or the audio script that we have here. Okay, so I will put this one and let us check if the thing or the words that you have identified are correct. Okay, so the first one is
Good organization.
okay, good organization or organization. Next is
Number 2 is balancing cost with comfort.
okay, so balancing cost. Okay. Okay, so let us just extend this one. Oh. Oh, we cannot see all of the script here. Okay, so let us just adjust. And let us see if... Oh, why is it not working? Okay, well anyway, let us have the other... Yes, okay, great. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I was not able to think about the center. Okay, so the next one is balancing cost with comfort, and number 3.
Number 3 is being patient.
Okay, so that would be being patient. So let us. If you are very patient, then that would be an advantage. Okay, so that's great. Okay, now this time, do you have any questions about the priorities that she has?
No, I don't have any question about the priorities which Stephanie mentioned.
Okay, great. So this time, let us have letter B and answer this question. Now, why does Stephanie think it is still important for business people to travel regularly?
And she thinks it is still important for business people to travel regularly since establishing good face-to-face relations with colleagues and customers is still necessary.
Okay, so she think it is still or she thinks. It should be she thinks. Okay. It is still important for people or for business people to travel regularly since establishing good face-to-face relations with colleagues and customers is still necessary. Of course, it is different or it makes a great difference when you can see the expressions rather than just the voice over the phone or over the internet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now this time let us have, or thank you for answering this one, let us have letter C and listen to the audio 2.4.
Okay.
Okay.
Recording 2.4. What are the best travel experiences you've had?
Oh, lots. It's particularly good when you get a great hotel with beautiful towels and beautiful bathrooms and nice soft bed and good sports facilities, things like that. That's always a luxury. And the Virgin Lounge, I think that's a good experience with all the high tech things. I like that.
The worst?
Probably related to bad accommodation, but probably more, I think, to do with those things out of your control. Just to choose one example, it would be a flight back from the US, which was delayed and delayed and delayed and finally cancelled. And we all slept on the floor of the airport with no information, and it was very hard on the floor.
Okay, teacher Deann, I'm done.
Okay, great. So in this second part of the interview, okay, listen to the second part and list the best and worst travel experiences that Stephanie describes. So let us see what are the best things about her travels. Can you tell me?
To think the best things, the most best things about her travel is perfect equipment of hotel. For example, a beautiful bathroom and nice soft bed and sports facilities. And with this equipment, she will have felt very luxury.
Okay, so the answers that you have is there are perfect equipments of the hotel or the facilities. For example, beautiful bathroom, nice soft bed, and sports facilities. So those are the things that she likes about her travels. Now, how about the worst?
Worse. She thinks she thinks when she in business travel, the worst thing is things out of control.
Okay, so we have things that are out of control. Okay, so like plane delayed and even be cancelled without information. Okay, so let's see if that is correct. So the Virgin Lounge with good technology, that's a good experience with high-tech things, she said, right? But the worst thing is that when you are out of control, that's correct, or things that are out of control, okay, such as bad accommodation and delayed or cancelled flights. That's good. Wow, you have a very good listening skills, and that is great. So Virgin Lounge is also the best. I'm sorry for forgetting about that. So what is good about Virgin Lounge is that they have like high-tech gadgets that she can use. Okay, so that is a good experience. And it is also, she mentioned that it might be an airline to the UK, right?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
so yes. I don't. Sorry, I don't heard about the airlines about UK.
Oh, okay. So it might be an idea that Virgin is an airline to the UK. So if she didn't mention that one, so Virgin there is known for being an airline in the UK. Okay, but it's okay. Don't you worry about that. Okay, so next is, or do you have any questions with the best and worst part of her travel?
No, I don't have question about her descriptions of travel.
Okay, so just except for the things that I think the answer, I'm very sorry because the answer have mentioned that one, but then it could be something that you can note. Okay, so do you have any, since you don't have any questions, sorry, let us move on to the next part, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So this time, in pairs, discuss what developments you expect to see in the future business travel. So what do you think?
Since I agree with Stephanie that business travel is still important in the future, I hope that the transport between different countries and continents will become more fast and convenient.
Okay, that's correct. And in my opinion, I think I think airlines should have a or they should have or they should have a good or better service when it comes to travelers that are related to business trips. So we should have better accommodation. It's in my opinion, they should have better schedules. They shouldn't have, or they should have less canceled flights since these people related to business are having their fixed schedules, their meetings. Okay, so I think they should have less delays in flights, and I think they should be more mindful of the comfort of the people that are having business travels. Okay, so what do you think?
As I um I think maybe the technology of transport may improve a lot in these 10 or 20 years, and so I wonder we could take not so or we can no longer take so much time travel and to go to different countries or different continents.
Mhm. Yes, okay. So you do not, it means that it is less in being a tiring travel rather than to go to different parts or different countries, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now this time, let us have a thank you for your answer. Let us have again the audio 2.5. So listen to what Stephanie says about the future of business travel and complete her prediction below. So since you have completed the prediction, let us just, or you will just have to listen to the audio for you to confirm your answers, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Recording 2.5. What further developments do you see in business travel?
Perhaps particularly in the area of accommodation, I think hotels will need to improve their standards in general. There are some very good hotels already, but I think more hotels will provide facilities for business people, perhaps some specific facilities for business women.
Okay. So this time, can you read the prediction that she has?
Yes. Perhaps particularly in the area of accommodation, I think hotels will need to improve their standards in general. There are some very good hotels already, but I think more hotels will provide facilities for business people. Perhaps some specific facilities for women.
Okay. So there are some very good hotels already, but I will provide facilities. That's great. For okay, perhaps some specific business women. Okay, so business women here should be one word.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is like businessman. That is only one word. Okay. Now this time I just like to have the commendation. Okay, so particularly in the area of commendation. Okay, so instead of the word commendation, I would like to correct that as accommodation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that is accommodation. That means it includes the hotel, okay, the facilities of the hotel, their service, so that is accommodation. Okay? Okay. So, anyway, that is the answer. So, don't you worry because you still have a very good listening skill.
Thank you.
Okay, you still have answered the following words that we have here in our prediction. Okay, even though Stephanie speaks faster sometimes, so you still managed to listen very well to her answers in her interview. Okay, so that's great. Now, do you have any questions with that part?
No, I don't have any question about this part.
Okay, so the next part of our lesson is reading, but I guess we don't have much time left, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So now let me commend you for having a good job in our lesson. I can see that you are really researching you take time to study and to research about the things that we have here in the lesson. So continue with that, and also just practice more, okay, so that you will be better, especially with your oral English skills. So try to like read a lot louder, okay, so that you can also practice your pronunciation skills, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Thank you. Good night.